Welcome back. We on episode 5 of Ready to Love Philly, okay? And this episode had a lot of moving parts. First of all, I'm upset that it was a cliffhanger. Y'all know I cannot stand when it's a cliffhanger, like, ugh. And then it's a double elimination. So I really want to know who's going to go. We got Coley is in the bottom. I keep saying bottom like it's American Idol, but we got Coley in there, Rocky, and then Sahara is up for elimination again, okay? But see, I think the reason why Sahara, why do I keep calling her that? Sahara messed up with her one-on-one date that she picked. She had a choice to go out with anybody, and she wasted it on Fritz. You already know you don't like Fritz. Like, what are you doing? I was like, girl, why are we wasting our time? You know what I'm saying? Even on a date, she said that she thinks he's disingenuous. So what were you doing? You could have like deepened your connection with somebody else. I was just like, ew, what are you doing? What are we doing? Who do y'all think is going to go home? Because we got a double elimination and 2 got to go. All right. I honestly think it should be Coley and Rocky, unfortunately, because Rocky has not connected with anybody. She's just real cool. And like I said, when you come on this show, especially, the real cool, down-to-earth people, you gotta, it's not connecting, you know what I mean? Especially when you got a bunch of women who are, playing up their sexuality and things like that. Like, the goal is to connect with people. And so, Rocky probably is gonna go, and I hope they don't make Sahara go, because Sahara is being herself. All right, she's being herself. Either you like it or you don't. That's what I really like about her. And Coley, I don't know what's going on with her. She overstepped. She overstepped her, or how do you say? Overplayed her hand when she was at the block party trying to get Eddie to kiss her in front of everybody. Like, girl, y'all dating multiple people. You think this dude about to kiss you out in the open? I feel like she was saucy though. She was a little tipsy. You know what I mean? I don't know, but we'll see. But y'all get down in the comments below. Let me know who y'all think is gonna go home this week. Okay. Now, this episode, like I said, had a whole bunch of moving parts. We have Cisco. He's feeling bad about his situation. He sat down and talked to Naeem. I thought that was a cool moment, and Naeem get a little bit of points for me for how he handled that situation, right? He talked to him, and he made him feel a little bit, better about it, even though Cisco got to take some action, okay? I mean, that is a turn off as a woman to not have a car. Like, am I going to be picking you up every day we go on? Like, you renting a room? Am I going to, like, what's happening here? Am I going to have to pay for our day? Like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And it's just a little unstable, or a lot of unstable. And then he said his moms don't mess with him. And that's a red flag for me, too. I'm not saying that, just because a dude has a great relationship with his mom, that he's going to be the best dude. But if you don't have a good relationship with your mom, we kind of got to dig a little bit deeper into that to figure out what the issue is, right? So, I don't feel like he's ready to love, right? I feel like they put him on the show because he is eye candy, but like, I don't know. But this show was filmed months ago, so maybe that situation has changed, but the ready to love part is like, eek. You know what I mean? There's just so many questions to be answered, especially, they're dating multiple people at a time, and you have dudes that have their stuff more together than him. And I just, I don't know Cisco, but shout out to Cisco, because he does get points for me for being transparent, okay? Being real about it. And, nobody want to find out about that after the fact, like they've already picked you or whatever. But shout out to him, because he has a podcast with Cam, and it's called Toxic Perspective, and it's a really good podcast, so y'all should check it out. But this episode had a bunch of moving parts. We had, Cisco sharing his situation, that he has no car, he's renting a room after his divorce, and his mom don't mess with him, all right? And then Coley got sauced at the block party, all right? She tried to kiss Eddie, and I feel like the only reason she tried to do it is because she had a bunch of drinks, you know what I mean? I don't know what she was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Cam was in his feelings when he was seeing Sahara talk to Jay, and she was laughing a little bit too loud, and he was like, what is going on over there? And he was sitting with Rose. And I was like, dude, don't mess up this connection, worried about the other one. Like, focus. You know what I'm saying? Focus. So then we find out Fritz knows how to send affirmations to people, but he was copying and pasting into Sahara, which, like I said, he needed to stop texting people that he's not feeling. He sent affirmations to Shawnee, and Shawnee sent him some prayers. And then Shawnee kissed him at the block party, okay? He was all right with it. But Fritz ain't really got that many connections anyway, so I'm pretty sure he was happy about that. Angie exchanged numbers with Cam, so there might be a little connection brewing there. And then they played this game, right? They played this game where Tommy had them answer questions to figure out, like, who said this, right? And we found out that Naeem had sex in a funeral parlor. And I just got to say, like, who the hell is having sex at a funeral parlor with dead bodies? He even explained that it was one night he had to go get a body and they just was so turned up. They just, no, sir. Not going to happen. I'm so sorry. No. Naeem is, Khalil eats clean groceries. Okay, if you don't know what groceries are, look on the Urban Dictionary. Khalil eats clean groceries. Okay, so the prize of the game was that whichever girl won, they got to pick a guy and go on a one-on-one date with them. And Angie won and Sahara won. Angie picked her date. Her date was Hussein. And then Sahara won and she picked Fritz. I don't know why she wasted her date. Like, what was she thinking about, right? This is probably why she ended up in the bottom, because as you'll see in the men's lounge, Fritz was trying to be a hater, talking about who y'all gonna help me get Sahara out of here. And Cam did not like that. All right. And then, the other dudes kind of didn't really like it either because they spoke up about it too. Fritz is just tripping. But he did tell Sahara on that one-on-one date that he was just playing. Like, she was like, it did not go unnoticed. We already knew that. But like, what are you doing, Fritz? What are you doing? And now he thinks that he's serious, right? Because he's like, oh, I might actually meet somebody. Well, we're going to see. But these are the type of people that do end up making it to the end. It would be like, well, how did he get to the end? He didn't even have that many connections. But we'll see if he finds a connection and finds his neck on the way. Anyway, so Angie goes on a date with Hussein, and I thought that was a cute date. At first, I was like, why would they go on a date that they can't sit there and talk? But they did talk afterwards. They went to a place where they could do sound baths, and apparently they both enjoyed it. All right, and then Angie gave Hussein a gift for his son because he, really loves his son, obviously, and it's hard for him to be away from him. But she gave him a keychain to give to his son. So I thought that was cute. That was thoughtful. Angie got some points on that. So then let's go to the men's lounge, because the men's lounge is where Fritz says, are y'all going to help me send Sahara home or get her out of here or something to that effect, right? Then he tried to deny it and gaslight the guys like he wasn't encouraging them to put her in the bottom. And I was just like, dude, but they didn't let it go unnoticed. Cam spoke up about it and he was like, we're not playing that game, yada, yada. And, we'll go back into the beginning what Tommy always says. What happens in the lounge stays in the lounge, and we know this ain't gonna stay in the lounge. Okay, he's gonna probably tell Sahara everything. But Fritz deserves it. Like, what was he doing? What was that? What if they was doing that to you in the women's lounge? Like, Fritz need to get out of here. Listen, whatever. So, that's really all I have to say about this episode, because, listen, that's all I gotta say. Okay. So my possible couples this week, obviously we didn't see a lot of Jay and Kiera, but he's probably still feeling her. We got Cisco and Tay kind of on the rocks because they had a little emotional moment because she's trying to figure out, do I want to take on this situation? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, that's a real live question. Like, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But she got emotional about it because she probably do like him. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it plays out. And we'll also see how the other ladies take it, because she's the only one that he said that he told that to, but I don't know if she's going to share it or he's going to share it on his other date. So we'll see, because it looks like he's going on a date with Shawnee, and they're going to be body painting and they naked. So we'll see what happens. And Tay wasn't happy about it. So listen, we're going to see. Then we got Hussein and Angie. They kind of made a good connection with the sound bath on the sound bath date, and she gave him a gift. So she's coming off as very thoughtful. She's making great impressions on the men. Then we got Fritz and Shawnee. Like, we'll see. I really think that, who knows? You change the person, you change the equation. So maybe we'll see something different out of Fritz now that Shawnee's in the mix, but who knows? We shall see. I don't really like Fritz like that for the show. Like, no. He came on here playing. he's a little bit of a dick sometimes. We'll see though. I keep saying that, but we'll see. He rubbed me the wrong way. So with that being said, Fritz is getting the red flag of the week award, because why are you coming on a dating show playing around, which a lot of people do, but like you actually on here telling, no. Bye-bye. Now, I'm also going to give the red flag of the week award to Cisco as well, because when you're in a situation like this, where you kind of down on your luck, like what kind of energy are you putting out to attract people? Like what kind of people you going to attract? Like, can you really be dating right now? Or should you be focusing on, getting the basics? Like, clearly he feels some type of way about it. So it's some people that, you wouldn't really know that they were going through these things, because their attitude is a little bit different. But I could tell it affected him, because he had a little emotional with Naeem. So it's like, can you really be dating right now? Should you really be dating right now? I don't know. So we'll see. But next week, the women are supposed to take out their second options. All right. Which I always thought that was like kind of wild, because it's like, they, take out your number twos. Do they tell them that they're number twos? I don't know. I guess they're honest with people and say, okay, you're my number one, you're my number two. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Tay and Cisco kiss next week. So maybe she's over the situation. Maybe she's cool with it. I don't know. I just don't know how that's going to work. I just don't know. And that's when Shawnee and Cisco go body painting. So get down in the comments below. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I don't know. We're at episode 5, and at first I was like, oh, ready to love back. Now I'm like, Tommy, send me home, bruh.